You'll never replace my legacy. Never! Alright, big game in Turkey. European Cup tie. Not really getting my hopes up. You wanna know why? You know what? Wanna know why my hopes are dashed? Well, it's 3-1 to Hertha. Okay. Definition of a yo-yo team. Okay. So, yeah. It was Pavel Hrusko who got a goal back for us. 3-0 down at halftime. Yep. Pretty disappointed with that. Put out a really tired team. Forgot to rest the back four. Whatever. Pretty much the first team. You know, in this certain formation. Pavel Hruska obviously filling in for Marcus Mendler because I needed as many attacking-oriented players as possible. As much as I love Torres, Florian Myers, you gotta stick to the people you know. Bashkim Kadri back from suspension. Well, not really back from suspension in Europe, but you know, isn't suspended in Europe or whatever. Volkan Bass, Lars Stindl, pretty much with Dortmund in the next round. This is the only slight glimmer of hope we have for Europe next year. So, come on, I expect a win tonight. Okay, at least nobody's confused. Passionately, I have faith. Assertively, I have faith. This is completely different to every other team talk I ever take. Oh, Kadri, what is wrong with you? Are you not motivated by my monotone tones? My dulcet tones? Alright. David Cortina is the only worry in terms of fitness, and I mean, he's the only left back we have. I wasn't going to go out there and play Rajkovic or Mancini in a European Cup game. I always seem to have stuff in my throat as soon as the recording starts, which I'm sure turns everybody off. Come on, don't concede this early. Well done, Rajkovic. I've criticised you so much, but come on. Escobar Morala didn't have to make that save. Tough tie in Turkey. Besiktas. If we can come out of this... If we can come out of this without a deficit, I'd be very happy. If we can come out of this with an away goal of some sort, I'll be pretty happy. And if we can come out with this with maybe a 1-goal deficit, I'll be satisfied. The only reason I'd be really disappointed is if we came away with like 2 goals or more of a deficit. I mean, it's just too much of an ask at home. Like, our home form's been okay, but probably... I mean, I've discussed before how much of our... Oh, no! No! I've discussed before how shitty our home form's been in Europe. Like, except for the Sturm Graz game, which even then it wasn't that good. I don't think we've actually won in Europe this year. Oh, if we could get the first goal, that'd be a massive step towards the second leg being ours to take. Come on, Stindl. Ugh. They've got a goalkeeper with the number 99. I like that. There's 2 positions on the field I think can really get away with that I've seen, and that's a striker or a goalkeeper. I was trying to list off names, but hell, the goal that was ruled offside in the Wolfsburg game comes back to bite bloody Besiktas, and bloody Florian Mayer has the first goal of the tie in Turkey. It's an away goal. Pavel Hruska did really well there. For the first time ever, he's unselfish. And that is just a calm, collected, brilliant finish from Florian Mayer for his 20th goal of the season, which would be a record if he didn't break it last season. He very well might break his own record this season. He's been slow and steady throughout the entire thing. Anyway, there's only 2 positions on the field I think I can get away with the number 99, and that's the goalkeeper and the striker. Same with the number 1. I could actually see a striker with the number 1. It'd be really weird. I think I could see it in MLS, where they just don't give a shit. You know, that's where I could see a number 1 with it. I've always wanted to try that in FM, see how weird like the game thought it was to have, like, I don't know, Carlos Fierro was the number 1. I would if Carlos Fierro wasn't a natural number 7. Like, come on, Carlos Fierro is the number 7. Yeah, trying to think about that. Trying to think who the number 9 is. Very tempted to say Fernando Torres, but obviously he's not in form in real life right now. Whew. I'm trying to think in this game because I'm not gonna ask you guys what you think is the number 9 because you don't have this save. Like, you don't have the regens I have. You don't have the way players have grown up like I have. Like, I'm sure. Let me think of a good Lewandowski. If I no Falcao. I think if anybody. I know he's not. I don't think he's number 9. I think he's number 11, isn't he, for Atletico? But he plays like a number 9. He's a big pure target man, isn't he? Well, he's not big. I don't think he's tall, but he is very bulky and strong, and he's just such a great player. La Liga's what's the word for it? Monotonous. But there's some there's some teams that you watch and you just get amazed by. And I don't think anybody really can guess wrong which teams they are, and that's obviously the top 3. I mean, with the exception of Valencia, maybe, who sometimes get up there. It's the Madrids and Barca. Okay. Yeah, I really like La Liga this year. I just think it's really one-sided. I mean, Barca are like 10 points clear, aren't they? And I know they've lost since. I know they've lost since I heard this stat, but at one point they had dropped 2 points in like 20 games, which was a draw against Madrid, which was an insane stat for me to hear. I'm trying to think now what I was going to say. Oh yeah, I was talking about number 9s. I think Falcao is a true and proper number 9. I'm trying to think who would be. It might be Silva. I mean, Silva is a regen. I think he's Brazilian. Who played for Spartak. I bought him for Liverpool. Didn't play too well for me, but he got into the team of the year, the world team of the year, somehow. I guess his first half of the season at Spartak, the first half of the year, the last half of the season at Spartak, I guess was really good. And I excuse the inherent lack of goals at Liverpool. He did get a good couple of performances in, but he had 5 goals. Send him off. Okay. Come on, Stindl. Rashkovic. Yeah, he did have an inherent lack of goals, so possibly not Silva. He's also not big. I do see a number 9 as a big, tall guy. Maybe Blair Webb. Maybe Blair Webb, the English tall man who now plays for Tottenham? No, Arsenal. He now plays for Arsenal. He started at Tottenham. He came to Liverpool. He went on loan to Arsenal. I sold him to to Newcastle, and then he went to Tottenham. That guy is pissing everybody off. He's not moving to the biggest clubs. In this game, I think Arsenal and Tottenham are probably considered 2 of the biggest clubs in England in real life now. Maybe not Arsenal this season because they've fallen out of Champions League spaces for the first time in ages. Maybe they'll get back up there. Yeah, it's a good tout. I remember I had a friend who touted Arsenal to win the title at the start of the year. He had some good reasons for it too, but I just couldn't see it. I don't think they built well in the summer. I just don't. And they can't replace the man who has probably won United the title this year. Gross Croots! Oh, he was on side. Yeah. Anyway, enough ranting about English football, because that's all I know. And La Liga, I guess, because I watch that sometimes. I watch Bundesliga sometimes, it's not often. That new Asian striker for HSV is pretty damn. Oh, it's a penalty! Oh! And Florian Meyer has a chance to score a brace in Turkey and put us 2 goals up. It'd be a brilliant stance for us to stand on. He hasn't missed a penalty this season. Oh, that's something I shouldn't have said. He's got 2 penalties this season. Oh, one against. Oh, it was that 3-0 win against Karlsruhe that I remember. What a poor penalty. I shouldn't have said that he hasn't missed a penalty this season. I had no clue where that penalty even came from. Hopefully it won't be punished. Ooh. Stindl getting it away. Skipper. He's been pretty consistent. Stindl's a solid player. He's not the player who'll go out there and give you the flair every single game. But he'll play positively. He'll try his best to try and get some crosses into the box. Oh! That should have been left for Meyer. He'll play positively. He'll try and cross. He'll try and create assists. And every now and then he'll have a good run of very impressive play. But he is a very good player. He's a very good player. I've been really impressed with Lars Stindl since I arrived at HSV. He's one of the players that's never really had an off. period for me. Maybe it's because he's not involved with the game so much. Maybe that's like it's the same with Frank Lampard to me. He doesn't have that much involvement in the game. That's visual. That's like stimulating. But he has such an influence on the tempo and the overall style of play of the team. And that's something, because you don't see him that often, he's not in the position to make as many mistakes. So he always seems like he's having a good period because he's still doing what he's there to do, but he's not in the position to really make any mistakes. But I don't see Lars Stindl as a Frank Lampard figure at all. I think Stindl's definitely a more attacking, positive player. Not to say Frank Lampard isn't attacking or positive, I just think Stindl is more of that. Stindl is definitely... Oh, crap. Whew. Stindl is definitely a player to play behind the striker if he needs to. And I think even when he's not playing like in a behind the striker role, he'll definitely play in that role anyway. Like, if you know what I mean. If I don't intentionally tell him go and play behind the striker, he'll probably still slip in behind the striker. This, I think... Right, if I don't jinx it, I think this is our first win in black under my management. Because I was just thinking in the last game, because we got smashed by bloody Hertha, that we haven't actually won in black. And I can't even remember a win where we did play in our away kit and win. I know we've had away wins, it's just we played in white when we were away usually. Stindl, Kadri. Oh, oof, that was a brilliant little run from Kadri. And well caught from Genk Gohan, I think his name is. Come on, ref, blow your whistle. Be like FM13, where as soon as the bloody minute passes, you're just like, nah, I'm done. I didn't have to give away that yellow card with like seconds to spare. Referee! Oh no, don't let him take the corner, don't let him take the corner. Damn you, referee. Half an hour! Half a minute, I mean. Come on! Yes! Yes! Vital! Vital! Away goal in Turkey without reply. Oof. This is a very good situation to be in. Kind of. There's still the element of if they get a goal back, we're in a bit of trouble. But, well done, lads. We have a very good platform, hopefully. You know, to be fair, I was relying on our away form in Europe, so this might not be the best platform after all, but hopefully our home form doesn't screw us over. Game against Werder Bremen. To go through before we go back here. I'll probably actually rest the squad. You know, I just gotta I gotta focus on this competition now. It's the best. It's the best way to save my job. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. If you just take a look at this, there's no way that there's no way this is getting much better. Like really, like I'm not gonna be able to get into the Europa League probably. So, you know, the fact that this is on good, maybe it'll get to really good if we can beat Dortmund. Oh, if we can beat Dortmund. If we can beat Dortmund. If we can beat Dortmund, there's some silverware on the cards. And, of course, there's a good chance we could go through now. And maybe have some good times in the Europes. Anyway, I'll see you guys for the Besiktas match at home on the 23rd of February. See you guys then.